Hey everybody, Fifth Horseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and we are today coming home. This is episode 16 of Joolpollo. It's episode who knows what of Kerpollo, and it's the end. When this episode's over, the series is over. Hope you're excited. I'm not going to show you a lot of it. I'm going to show you the coming home part. But I've got all these capsules. I've ordered them, if you want to think of it that way. I've spaced them out as evenly as I could. There's one spot missing here, and you're thinking, why don't you put this on here? Well, this capsule here has no control over it, so he has to stay connected to somebody. And so this guy stayed connected to him to bring him up here, and he also has no docking port on this side, so I couldn't stick him on here and then come back. I would have to drop him out here and then connect him with the main ship and all that garbage, and that's not worth it. So it's slightly off there, but you know what? I don't care. We got reaction wheels, and all these guys have reaction wheels. I don't think we're gonna have that much of a trouble. Oh, and I should also show you, I have a maneuver node here that's gonna send me out of Tylo and out of Jool into a Kerbin intersecting orbit. Here I've got a maneuver node that's going to align my orbit. And down at Kerbin's orbit, I have a maneuver that will get me a Kerbin encounter. That's about when I'm going to come back to you. When we've got that Kerbin encounter, and we actually have a Kerbin intercept, as in we're going to crash into the planet. And then I'm going to start disconnecting my guys. Okay, we have a connection, and it looks like it's coming in on the dark side, but it's not. At least I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure that when this guy comes in like this, the sun and dark is going to be almost exactly different, or at least this part here will be sunny. So here's our intended attack spot, and you notice that our return vessel is going to hit this spot in 378 days. So I'm going to bounce these guys off. Tell you what, I'll show you the first one. The first one I'm going to do is actually these guys. So that means I have to use this guy. I'm going to close this solar panel here because it's clipping through his his parachutes, and so when he comes off, that's going to cause no end of problems. So he's gonna pop off here and then connect onto this guy. Let's make sure he doesn't have lots of monoprop, so let's go ahead and give him some, because the monoprop these guys have is what's gonna determine where they come down and everything. And I'm assuming these docking ports are going to be able to handle slowing down two people with the same parachute. I see no reason why they wouldn't, but you know how the game works. Okay, make sure there's somebody in here. Yep, Rob is in here. Rob, it is your job to pop yourself off here. And then we are going to control from you. We're going to set this one as a target. Let's turn the computer on, get ourselves aimed so we are actually hitting at that thing. Okay, now let's turn the RCS on. Back up a little bit, come this way. Okay, now go forward a little bit. Where's our... There it is. I love this HUD. This HUD makes everything so much easier. You just watch your little thing come across here and then snap it on. Okay. So now these two guys are all set. They are going to undock from here. And we want to be looking down this way, because he's going to donate a parachute to these guys. And then once I do that, I'm not going to make you watch the rest of this, because there's really no reason to watch it. And actually, what I can do here is prep these guys. Let's make sure they have monoprop in them. Might as well fill them up. Disconnect these guys. Boink. Okay, now back to this guy here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and slow him back down. Okay, now he's gonna donate a parachute. I should probably turn the RCS off. We're gonna toss it off to the left here. Doesn't really matter, but decouple this node. Okay, now we gotta hop to these guys. Gonna control from here. Set that as a target. And then we are off to the races here. Let's see, there's our port. I don't even know why I'm doing that. Okay, let's turn the RCS on and thrust forward here. And somewhere over here is him. Okay, so let's do it like this. Get ourselves heading towards him. That should do it. And boom, we have a parachute. Okay, now you see already these guys are showing up on the thing here, our thing. So I'm going to rename this craft to Return 1, and he is a lander. Okay, now I'm going to delete these nodes, and now Return 1 is the only guy that's left on the thing. So now we're going to name this guy Return 2. Rename vessel. Actually, we're going to name him Return 0 because he's got some parachutes that other people might want. I don't know if we need these parachutes, but if we need them, they're here. Okay, so we're going to delete this, and then Return 0 is going to come in. Now we're going to go back to the vessel, and I'm going to detach everybody one by one, and we're going to pair off 2 by 2, and then the last one, whoever the last one is, gets to ride the main ship down, and then we're gonna dump this off when it gets in the atmosphere. So once we have that, I will be back, and then we're gonna space these guys. See, they're already multiple days apart, so I'm not gonna have to really worry about that too much. Just the act of moving them around got them multiple days apart from the sphere of influence. I will have to go through them all and make sure that they still intersect. Kerbin, though. Okay, these guys are all separated from the mothership. You can tell who was first and who has come after. But just for completion's sake here, Artos is going to bring the mothership in. Francois and Magico are in this guy, whichever one it is. We've got Cursony and Bananas coming home in this guy. HM and Nathan are together in this one. RD and Encro are here. And Richable, the guy who doesn't actually match up with a guy reading this thing, and Waffles gets to ride home in the cockpit. And Rob and Fonvigen are coming home in this one. So I hope that's everybody. If that's not, I have no idea where somebody ended up. But now I need to go. What I'm going to do here is for each ship, I need to make sure that it's still intercepting Kerbin. And notice we got 377, 378. 78 days and 0 hours. See, these guys are all in the same amount of time, so they've got to shift themselves a little bit. So, for example, the Joolpollo A lander, if I do this, now he's a whole day, actually in 5 hours, which is not good. But anyway, here let's do it this way. Let's go to Return 4. Let's jump to him. If we turn his RCS jets on and just give him a little tap, he's now 378 days and 0 hours, which is no good because that means he is with everybody else. What's the name of this ship? I don't even know what ship I'm on. There, he's different than everybody else, which is perfectly fine by me. Okay, 378 and 0. Return 0 is the next guy we want. 377 and 5. 377 and 4. There we go. Now he is by himself. Okay, 378 and 0, Return 5 and Return 2, so we're going to jump to Return 5. So now 5 matches 0. Now 5 is coming in an hour before 0. Now these guys are the only two that are still matching up, so I'm going to go to Return 1, and we're back to not quite an encounter. So let's go forward just a little bit. Okay, Return 5 is in the same boat that Return 1 was in. Oh, no, he's not. He's out here. So this is no good. So let's slow down, I guess. I can't seem to this far out get everybody together here. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to make sure everybody intersects, and then we'll deal with this later. And you've seen me do this now. So, okay, this was actually a lot easier than I thought it was. Once I got to If you look here, oops, if you zoom out a bit, I got these guys down to about Duna's orbit, and then they've kind of spread out a little bit, which is kind of cool. But also, their times kind of spread out a little bit, and now they're showing me minutes, so it was easier to see who was closer to whom. So I just kind of spread them out a little bit more. Everybody still has a Kerbin encounter, I hope. As everybody comes into the sphere of influence, I'm going to double check that, and then it's bringing them home. So once the last person's through the sphere of influence, we're going to come back, and I'm going to start showing you, or actually, well, once the first guy's getting ready to come down. And then we're going to see how successful or unsuccessful this mission ends up being. Okay, as you see, we are on Return 1, the ship. He's the next thing to happen. We've still got a couple ships still outside of Kerbin's sphere of influence, but Return 1 is coming home in a mere 4 hours. Now, obviously I'm wrong. I want him to be over here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, with his thrusters here, looks like I need to go this way. I don't know if he has enough. Let's actually aim him to this inward and then just thrust him forward. Oh yeah, we got plenty of monoprop in this guy. Just bringing him over to the sunny side, because who wants to land on the dark side of the planet? That's boring. Let's put him right on the Terminator. Why not? It'll be fun. He'll land at sunset or sunrise or whatever it is. And the only thing left to do is stage the parachute, but we can do that once we're in the atmosphere. Whoa. Oh, this is our alarm. Oh, look at that. Now that's a sight. Okay. I think we might come down on this peninsula. Now we're going to come down right in the water. Not a big deal. Whoa. Okay, we are smack into the air. The first return ship. We're going to wait until we slow down a bit before we hit the parachute, because I don't even want the drogue chutes problem going on here. Go ahead and turn our computer off. These guys have been away for 11 years. they have been away from Kerbin. Okay. And I don't know why I'm trying to click on it here. We are coming in so fast. We're still going 1,000 meters per second. Now we're coming down. Once we get to about 1,000 meters above the ocean, I'm going to hit the parachutes no matter what speed we're going. There it is. And please don't yank the bottom of the ship off. It didn't! We have successfully returned a craft from Jool. Now, something I want to do, and it's too late. Actually, it's not too late. Let's go ahead and speed him down to the surface. That's funny. The last guy to leave was the first guy. The first guy to return was the last guy to leave. We are not going to. We're not going to. We really seriously? Oh, atmospheric pressure scan. Okay, we'll take that. Let's go ahead and keep that. I'm not going to recover these guys just yet. We're going to go to the Space Center. I just wanted to come in here. We have 37 science right now available to go. Let's recover these guys from the ocean. They got us 1,185 science, and remember, that's cut 1/3, except for the ship. So that would have been 3,000 just for that one ship. Okay, now we are bringing Francois and Magico home, and they have the same problem or opportunity that the last ship had, which is they are coming in on the night side, and they don't want to do that. They're actually going to bring their periapsis just outside the atmosphere, just for funsies, just to see what happens. That's what scientists do as they experiment. So they, with my periapsis, basically at the surface of the planet. Now we're going to see what happens. Here we come. We don't really need this alarm anymore. And here we come in, smacking into the atmosphere. Coming in over, if I know my landscape, that is where I put the turkey landscape. And I know my landscape because that's where I put the turkey. There's a city there. If we had the new Cities and Lights mod, the visual enhancements, the, what do you call it? The beta, of whatever you want to call it, of his new mod, this would actually be a city. You would be able to see, like, roads and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's all textured, but it's still pretty cool. It's not like you can't see buildings sticking up out of the ground. Maybe someday, who knows. Go ahead and kick the parachute out. How far are we off the ground? Okay, we are 3,000 meters off the ground, 2,000, 1,000. Let's go and slow this down just in case the parachute destroys us. And nice. Boink. Okay. No science. Let's go and recover. 601 science, less than the last one, but you'd expect that. It should slowly come down as time goes on. Oh, and I just remembered I wanted to disconnect these guys as I do them. I'm a moron. I'm losing recovered vessel science as we speak. Okay, well, I'll do that for the next two, or the next whatever. Oh, the next one doesn't need to be changed because he's just going to land. Although he does still need to be changed because this is the one with the ladders on it. So this is the one that was on the surface of Tylo. Okay, now I'm going to disconnect from here. And we're just going to let that smack into the ocean, and we are going to smack into the ocean as well. Oh boy. But here we go. Oh, and the solar panels are going to break and come out and hit us. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, now I want to do this way because I don't like how there's these things that are available to stage. So once we get out... Oh, yeah, we're going really slow because he's only got the one. That thing's going to crash into the ocean really hard. All that nuclear waste dumped into the ocean. Oh, nicely dropped there, Artos. Let's go ahead and recover you for a whopping 704 science. Nicely done. Okay, return 3, your turn. We're being followed fairly quickly by return 5. He's going to be right behind us. Not a big deal, though. Let's go ahead and bring these guys down. Now, I got to remember to separate them once we've landed. Oh, apparently we're going to land on land. Oh, look at the... Oh, those aren't clouds. I was like, look at those clouds. Those are mountains. But look at those mountains. They're pretty awesome looking. At least I think they're mountains. Yeah, they're mountains. Okay, and the only thing to stage is the parachute, which... Oh, my God. We are coming in so fast. Yeah, we're going 200 meters per second, so we're basically coming down. Oh, look at those mountains. I think we can safely hit the parachute at 1,000 meters over the ground. The game crashed again. What the H? Okay, I've forgot to hit record on my audio, so sorry about that. I recovered one of my ships. It had bananas in it. And he's, let's see, let's do a crew report. Where are we? Kerbin Shores. Oh, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and keep that data. Oh, we only got 128 science for him. This guy, though, orbited Tylo. He's 64 points. So that is proof that you get the stuff here. Okay, we are a mere 14 minutes from this guy, so we're probably not going to be able to get him into the sunlight. We're gonna try something here. We're going to see if we can get you guys out of the atmosphere on the other side here of the planet. Oh, you got a shallow trajectory, but sadly, you're still going to be coming in. Okay, we're going to... Spinning like a top. Okay, let's slow time back down. Let's turn the computer back on. There go the solar panels. Looks like we're coming in over water. Oh, I see. The altitude over the terrain is not the altitude over the water. We could actually hit the water thinking we're a kilometer up. That could be really bad, actually. So I got to watch when we're over the water, I got to watch that thing on the top, not the Not this here, altitude over the terrain. We got to watch this. Okay, but no big deal. RD and Art and Ancro, or Artos, I can't read it down there, it's so small. Ancro. We're going to undock you guys. Then we're going to recover one of you. And you got 874 science, including you were on the surface of Pole. Very good. Okay. 150 science, including 10 from the orbit around Tylo. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like it got detrimented because I took some of that from landed on Tylo. Huh. Come in and crash. Who do we got? We got Rob and Funvigen. Oh, Kerbin is really far away for these guys. Let's go ahead and crank up time. Let Moon swing around. Try to influence our trajectory, but it's not going to. We've got a ton of parachutes on these guys, so we shouldn't have any trouble getting them to come down. Actually, the trouble is going to be that it's going to take so long. When we get to about, say, 2,000 meters off the ground, and I'm looking at the top now, not at the bottom, I'm going to hit the parachute. And then just for the fun of it, we're going to disconnect this one. And we'll disconnect this one. And let's disconnect this one too, just for the fun of it here. Oops. That's just cool. I don't know why I wanted to do that. Sometimes I just want to keep myself entertained, not necessarily you guys. But we're coming down in the ocean. And as usual, we're going to undock these guys from each other. Our parachutes are very slowly coming down, so they're not worth waiting for. Let's go ahead and recover you. 411 science, including 64 from orbit around Vol. Oh, a measly little 1.8 science. Orbit around Tylo. Yeah, definitely it gets detrimented for the landing on. So it doesn't really matter that you do that. It's nice to know. My next Joolpollo attempt is definitely not going to bother with the orbiter crap. Okay, HM and Nathan. You guys now have to enter the sphere of influence. So let's go ahead and do that. And this is no longer a vessel. That means we have one more thing to do, and that's land appropriately, I think. HM and Nathan, the two guys, the first two guys on the roster. Let's get our other solar panel open, because you know you got to do that. And where is Kerbin? There it is. Okay, let's... Apparently we throttled the ship up. We don't know what we're doing. We're flying a spaceship here. Oh, Moon is actually quite close to us here. So we fly by. Hey, Moon. Oh, there's Minmus too. The last views of anything in this game for our intrepid explorers, who are now the last two Kerbals in space in this entire series. Coming down over the water, losing their solar panels any second now. Oh, look at that. Look at the northern lights giving us a show. And HM and Nathan are coming home. A very successful mission. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead and undock these guys just for good measure. Recover one of you. 696, including a mere one... Oh, that's one data. 120 science from the surface of Bop. That's pretty awesome. One more ship. We're going to recover it. Oh, look at that. All it got was Orbiter on Tylo for 0.3 science. Oh, that's a shame. Done. And done. That's it. We have one more job, and it's not even necessary. It's just to see. We are going to go into the research station and see what we can buy with our 5,000 science. Now, we can't unlock everything, because every one of these is worth 550. But what we can do here is we're just going to get them all open. Get these all open. And now we have 4,000. Actually, 1, 2. I think we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my, look at this. 5. And boom. And I even have enough to unlock one more top tech node. I successfully unlocked the entire tech tree without ever setting foot on Moon or Minmus. And with all of my tech limited to roughly 1/3 of what it was before. Very well done. Yay, go me. Thank you, me. Sorry, Kurt J. Mac, for stealing your stuff. This was really fun. I really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed watching me do it. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will, in my series 4.24, talk at you later.